In this video, we will be looking at Bridgerton to see how they portray the ideas of race, gender, and sexuality. In the first few minutes of the show, Prudence Featherington is mercilessly laced into a tight corset while her mother looks on approvingly, to the extent that she faints due to the tightness of her corset. And we see parallels with this today. This might seem like an exaggeration, but the reality is that a lot of women, especially teenagers, face body image pressures because of the stereotypes that being thinner is being prettier. Eloise is the most controversial character of the drama. She is open about her ideas and isn't afraid of expressing her anger against the patriarchal culture. The women displayed in the series have one goal in life: to get married. Women are discouraged from pursuing careers and taught to find a husband not based on love but on mutual economic benefit. Women are expected to be petite, feminine, and pretty, much like how men are meant to be strong, aggressive, and buff. The true understanding of feminism is accepting Daphne's aspirations of becoming a wife and achieving motherhood. But in a society demanding that this be the only path for a woman, it must be questioned. Compared to the 1800s, society has certainly come a long way from getting married and having children later. However, there is still this idea of women adhering to these norms and values, lest they be faced with judgment and shaming. This leads to a shift in the conversation, exploring the very identity of what it means to be a woman and gender roles or even femininity. Society, it seems, tends to hate strong women.
Unlike you, I cannot simply declare I do not wish to marry. I do not have such a privilege.
In the show, we see an attempted sexual assault from Nigel trying to force himself on Daphne. Many women fear not being believed when speaking up about sexual assault, continuously being faced with objectification and dealing with misogyny constantly.
Who else is a woman left with but herself?
The movie Miss Congeniality portrays a woman who is actually a cop but is forced to dress up and act like a beauty queen because of society's standards and expectations. Movies such as this and Bridgerton shows what is truly expected of a woman based on society's ideologies and standards. Women are expected to give in to the ideas of gender inequality and act, talk, and behave a certain way. This speaks volumes about the way women during this time and even today in many societies were viewed as objects to be controlled. Similar to Bridgerton, the show Misrepresentation also portrays how women are misrepresented as sexual beings rather than someone who is actually hero-worthy. She is not seen for her true capabilities as a woman. Bridgerton exposes societal norms of what they are and shows its viewers that feminist ideals were important then and are still important today.
It rather seems to be society's flaw, not a woman's.
In this society, many men see women purely as decorative objects, mere human vases to gawk at. The inequality of portraying women compared to men objectifies her and converts her to nothing but a prop. Without a boyfriend, husband, or someone to ogle her, she disappears. A classic example is The Wolf of Wall Street, where, in this film, women are mere status symbols. She is nothing but a trophy. Matt 2021 explains that the male gaze is where women are expected to act and have roles that are only relevant to their gender, which don't overpower the man. The classic gender roles are still apparent, as men are expected to be the heads of their households, in which they hold a job and are the only provider, while women are expected to be the nurturing caregivers who remain at home to take care of the children, as well as their household. Eloise defies their expected gender roles. The majority eventually falls into these roles due to social pressures. Macintosh 1988, together with Bridgerton, showcases how men have higher status than women, the unequal opportunities that are available and presented to them in any society as male privilege. The strong female characters, such as the powerful Queen Charlotte, independent Kate Sharma, the outspoken Eloise Bridgerton, and the entrepreneurial Penelope Featherington, show that women are capable of so much more than what they are labeled to be by society.
Might we take to the dance floor? With whom? Ourselves?